The next thing we're going to look at is the adaptation and niches of living things within an ecosystem. The adaptations are particular physiological features of an organism that will enable it to better survive in that habitat. So it could be the flipper of a penguin or a fin of a fish that allows it to be propelled through water. It could be fat reserves and density of muscle in animals to help them survive the cold or the thickness of their coat. And behavioural traits are things that they do to either avoid competition or predation, or to find a mate, or to better acquire the resources from their environment. And they're things they do in their behaviour to better survive and to be able to reproduce and pass on their genes to the next generation. So the kind of things that you can look at as far as adaptations go is things that either better allow them to acquire their food or the resources from their environment, to avoid competition or predation, to increase the chances of cooperation. So it's not just about the survival of the fittest and avoiding being eaten by other things, but also working collaboratively with other species within that environment. And that becomes increasingly important when you're designing a farming system and you're looking for species that will work well together and form complex and mutually beneficial relationships. You want to be able to pick species that are from a similar environment, that have evolved abilities to work with each other collaboratively. And they're the ones that will best form functional guilds of plants and animals that will work well in a production context. The other thing is increasing mating success. So often, as far as evolution of traits go, we think of just what they need to do to get the food or avoid being eaten by other things. But really, to be successful in an evolutionary context, you've got to be able to pass your genes to the next generation. And that's really the crux of what evolution's about, is to be able to survive in your environment in a way that allows you to pass on your genes to the next generation. So the other things that evolve with that is mating success and the ability to be able to successfully rear your offspring. So again, with the design of a farming system, you want to be able to provide a habitat that best encourages the mating success of the plants or the animals that you're trying to produce, and looks after the regeneration of the next generation of those living things.